And we're live! I just had to do it.
Yay! Happy
420, baby!
I'm so excited.
Happy 420.
That's
Yes,
right. Higher
yes.
consciousness. The very first 420 special.
Very first 420, well, very first live that we've ever done
Yeah,
on
very
Higher
first
Consciousness too.
That's right.
Exciting.
I often forget about that.
Yeah, and we have two special guests on here.
That's right.
As
We
you
have
see.
two guests today. That's
We have
amazing.
the Better Butter brothers. I said it right.
Last time she struggled
Last
so
time I
much.
struggled so bad. It was like 5 minutes. Better Butter brothers.
Definitely takes practice.
Yeah, it does.
It's a fun tongue twister.
It really is. It's very clever. So we have Devin and Tyler over here.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. And you guys have brought over your abundance of Mary Jane as well. And
Yeah, to celebrate.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Happy occasion.
I'm so excited. And you guys are the ones that are responsible for what we've been smoking on the show lately too. So it's so exciting to quite
you so
literally
much
have you on
for all
for
that you
this
do.
occasion. Yeah, seriously, thank you so much
So
for all that
good,
you
man.
do because
We
your
love
stuff is
We
like
try. So really try.
seriously, no, it is like I don't want anybody else's stuff anymore.
I
Like,
know, right? It's totally this.
it's
I don't
like, I
want
want
to
this. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's really good. So,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
oh my gosh, we have a plethora of things. We don't have a particular topic tonight. We're just gonna let things kind of happen and flow.
Just regular old smoke stash.
Yeah,
Celebrate
just
the
a
day.
regular old smoke sesh. So before we get started, I'm gonna use my Higher Consciousness bundle, which you can get on my A Meaningful Dream website, just to start opening up the space. These are
Shameful
actually
plug.
made. Yeah. These are made from your guys' leaves too. Yeah. always hustling, right?
That's right. That's right.
You never stop, even in your sleep.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fine.
Oh, God. You burned down the
I
house.
burned myself yesterday.
Live
doing
here.
this.
First live. House burned.
First
Happy 420.
Yeah, I got real
Shit's lit.
Oh, this is great.
Oh my God, that's so great.
All right.
So let's open up this space so we
Smell
can
that.
let all of this good juju come in,
Yeah, bless
good
that altar.
energy, bless all of this altar.
It's just like a mega
It's just
altar
like, I
tonight.
know, right? I'm gonna have to like video just the altar afterwards so we
Make
can
sure we do
you
that.
can see it.
We don't forget this
So,
side because we're
We'll
too
give
stoned.
you some of this here too.
Good
All right.
luck.
Yeah, no, we're
Devin's like, I'm
gonna
gonna blast you, boys. Oh my God.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bless this whole altar real quick so we can just get started because I know that once we start, there's no stopping. Ready?
Deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths.
Bless you, Mary Jane, and thank you for being here with us today and every day and all of the centuries past and the future to come. We're so excited to be celebrating 420 with you and the Better Butter Brothers. May this be a dope, fun extravaganza of a time. May we have a high time. And may our laughter and giggles and our conversations open the minds and the hearts and the perspectives of those who are watching. Thank you and amen. Yay!
Yay! And you did it. You got dope in there.
Yeah, I did. I
And
did
you said the name
earlier.
again, which I was like, wow, you're really on the spot
I
there. right
know.
now. You're gonna go for it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Second time in a row.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so Devin, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got here?
Yeah, please.
Ooh, okay. I was gonna say it's a pretty sweet reg. I haven't seen that yet. So
Surprise.
This beautiful piece right here
These.
is Dave and Liz's amazing.
Our new
piece.
beautiful baby.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't get the credit then, Dev.
Oh,
Not entirely.
Oh, well,
That is a
he-
really
he
cool
gets
piece.
part
I
of
haven't
the
seen that
credit,
He
before.
sent us to the place where we bought it.
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
So-
You're 15%.
Yeah.
Oh, you said 15, maybe like 10.
Okay, you know, just gave information. But then I've got my little birch piece right here, the Foster glass with a little AFM nail. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
And then we've got some hash rosin to dab on today. We've got melon juice from Pleasant Trees and some motor milk from Redbud Roots.
Nice.
Nice,
And
nice.
then as far as flour goes, we've got our divine banana and sherbet cake, and then
Cherry Cushmans. I brought
Ooh,
cherry Cushmans.
I haven't
That's
had
all I
that
have.
one yet.
Hey,
So,
I'm just so humbled that you brought something with you, man.
Yeah,
Right.
I
yeah.
love it. That's the spirit of weed. I like when people just bring like a nug too, you know. But you bring a bag, it's cool too, you know.
ooh, no wait, I'm sorry, North Star cookie.
Oh,
Cookies
get
so
out!
good,
Get out!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
though. Bring back the cherry kush.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, I love the North Star cookie. That one actually is probably one of my favorites of the
Yeah.
recent ones you
Yeah,
guys have
they're
made.
Very good.
happy to
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty good. I didn't think it was really like the fresh cracked beer though that we were told that it was gonna be.
I can,
You know,
I
that's what we were
yeah,
told that it was gonna smell like fresh cracked beer.
I got more of like a sour lime
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
like a sour lime with like that haze.
Sure, it was
you know,
hazy.
very
Nice.
hazy.
Sure.
No.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have gotten fresh cracked beer from him.
No.
Said that.
No.
Would have been interesting though, fresh cracked beer.
Yeah,
Sounds
fresh cracked beer.
Yeah, I guess it smelled like well, how he explained it was hops.
The
Not
hops
really
were
the
there.
beer. But
Got you.
hops.
More the hoppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I-
So, who wants to go first?
I was just gonna say we got some divine banana.
Are we gonna hit it up with a joint first? That sounds good. Yeah. Sounds
Divine
good.
Do
is
some
good
good
stuff. There's some potent smelling stuff right there.
It
I see
really
you got a
is.
nice mouthpiece out of that.
Yeah, that is a really nice mouthpiece you got.
We've got glass tips for the occasion because why not?
Because
course.
why not?
Why not?
It's 420. You
Yeah,
have to
celebrating
go
the
all
style.
out.
I'm surprised it's got crystal.
All right.
Well, next time it will be crystal.
They do make those.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
Do they?
sure, dude.
Yes, they
I'm
do.
sure.
They actually had them at Puff Factory. It was like little things, and they had like gemstones in them. I was like, ooh.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
This is class. Should be like on the long like stem, like Corolla de
I
Vil
was
style.
just yes.
I
that-
love that.
yes. Yup. I have seen people smoke with those, and I think it's pretty classy.
Hell yeah, it's classy as fuck.
Like be like in a big ballroom.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh wow, dude, that tastes so fucking good.
It is very good.
Oh,
I'm very
this
happy.
is celebrating 420 in style.
I know, right?
Love
This is like my first actual. So I'm I'm a kind of a baby compared to I think the three of you when it comes to
You're one
having
baby.
having Mary Jane and stuff because I've only been smoking since I think the summer of 2018.
Should just freaked him out.
No
Like,
kidding.
2 weeks ago
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I'd be like, wait.
You're a liar.
I don't know.
I was really high the last
Oh,
time I was here.
Totally missed
So
it.
good, bro.
Dude, that acid really still saying fuck. I was done with
Oh,
those babies.
man.
Oh god.
But seriously,
so
how long
great.
has it been for you? Like,
Summer of 2018.
so 3 years?
Yeah, this is going on
Upcoming
like
3
3
years.
years. So I'm
Nice.
like,
Jeez.
yeah.
Just a baby.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
Congratulations.
thank you.
How does it feel?
Yes.
I do feel a little behind in some aspects. I will say there's a lot to the industry and a lot about Mary Jane that I'm still like, wait, what? Wait, it does that too?
Yup.
And so it's just a miracle plant, and I love everything about it, and I love how many people I've been able to meet because of it. I definitely feel like I've grown as a person because of it.
Sure.
I feel like I've also I use it a lot before I do any of my own spiritual work and things like that too. So it's a very important thing that has become a part of my daily life. Now, I don't have to have it every single day, but I like having it every single day because it enhances my intuition, my creativity. I mean,
Sure.
it does like all kinds of things. It's really good for cramps and it's good for, pretty much everything.
Helps me fall asleep, man.
Yeah.
That was one of the major reasons why I kept doing it, to be honest, is like I just really enjoyed the fact that it really just knocked me the hell out. You know, I used to always struggle laying in bed, just, hour, 2 hour, 3 hours go by and I just can't fall asleep. My mind's just racing. But ever since I started smoking, would we say, like 13 years ago?
Yeah, 13 years ago.
Things have changed.
That's
so.
a long time.
Yeah.
What about you two?
You go first.
I've been smoking since I was 8 years old.
Okay.
Not the best. Now, granted, I wasn't like, every day, but no, pretty much the every, I'll say, week to be, conservative.
Sure.
That. Started when I was like maybe 15 or 14.
Sure.
But yeah, I smoked weed my first time when I was 8 years old. And it was completely wild. I mean,
I can only
Oh,
imagine
imagine.
what it was like as a kid.
well, it's never really affected me. That's why I like it so much. Because like when I smoke, I don't really like get super. I don't know. Like some people get all like just crazy. They can't even like
Right.
deal with themselves. They just
Sure.
laugh uncontrollably. But for
Sure.
me, it kind of like normals me out.
Mhm.
So. Because I have ADD, ADHD really bad,
Sure.
whatever, if that's really even a real thing. But I'm just, really all over the place. So
Yeah, no, absolutely.
it helps,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a grounding quality to it. It definitely does. I know we had a friend, Omar, who we've had on the show, told us
Yeah.
that anytime he's had it in the past, it's more grounding and it's not as,
Yeah.
the same experience. So different experiences for each people. What did you say, Devin? I think you've told us before, but how long have you been smoking?
I started when I was like 11. It was like the first time I smoked.
Okay.
And then didn't start like smoking regularly until we were in middle school together in like 7th, 8th grade. So
Mhm.
like 13, 14-ish. So
Sure.
to really start, smoking all the time. But yeah, that's really, and honestly, really for me, just kind of like helped my anger and anxiety majorly.
That's what I hear from a lot of people.
That was
Yeah.
It helps with their anger.
the big
Oh,
kick.
yeah.
And then, I just kind of realize how much I loved growing until I started doing it with him. And it's like, honestly, that's like a whole other thing to it as well. Just like
therapeutic.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The whole other
bet.
side of it. Yeah.
having the chance to be with it on that aspect, like from seed to all the way till it ends, and like de-leafing it, watering it, like seeing it in its downsides all the way through to its worst to its best is very like humbling and like therapeutic in a way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know. Yeah, I know. We've talked a lot about your process and like all the ups and the downs,
Yeah.
trial and error kind of bull crap that you got to go through. But it makes you a better grower. It makes you a better, tender of the crop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's so sad that it's been so vilified for so long. It used to be the major crop in this country,
Right.
100 years ago. Not so much anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
That's kind of another thing I was gonna say too, is like there's like a lot of people think that there's a difference between like cannabis and hemp, and really it's actually the same exact thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually the same thing. It's
One
just
It's just more of another cannabinoid.
right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
There's some Mary J knowledge there.
No
for
need
you.
to Google it. There you go.
Seriously, the
Google will
same
still
thing.
tell you it's
Yeah,
a
it
different
used to be a
cannabis.
huge cash crop for us.
Sure,
and
yeah.
That's why it's kind of mind blowing that
Right.
it's so
It was so vilified.
red flag. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Even I was reading earlier today about how in Michigan, even though it's illegal here, there's still parts of the law, that they're working on updating and they haven't gotten to yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
okay.
they've
Taking their time.
expunged the records of people that have had small amounts of marijuana on them in possession, but not people that have been like caught growing it. Like they're still in jail.
Before it
And
was
it's like,
legalized.
wait, so I can grow 12 plants right now, but some guy who did the same thing like 10 years ago is sitting in jail. Like what the?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's literally doing what is legal to do right now, and what caregivers have started doing. You just kick their door in.
Yeah. He got unlucky and he got his door kicked.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
And that's like so unfortunate. And a lot
Quite
of
unfortunate.
yeah, and we know that a lot of, the reason that we don't have cannabis as much in our society was, a lot of a racial propaganda
Oh,
back in the
yeah, in
50s
large
too,
part.
which is something
Oh,
that
yeah.
we're still working through. And
Absolutely.
1937 Marijuana Tax Act,
Yeah.
was really like kind of where it started.
Sure.
Because before that, therapists, vets and stuff. They actually use cannabis for like treatments and stuff. You know,
Oh,
and then-
nice. I didn't know that's done
Yeah.
back then too.
Yes, back before like 1935 and whatnot. So it was still kind of prevalent in our society. But and then that came out, and then what was it? There was some kind of war. Can't remember what it was called. But a lot of refugees were coming from Mexico into America, and then the big stigma of illegal aliens came to play.
Right.
And with that, they used to use the plant to smoke. They used to smoke it. You know what I mean? And so they kind of centered around that aspect that, Spanish people smoke weed and it's local weed,
Right.
Is what they referred to. And yeah, just,
Those jazz cigarettes.
yeah, they tagged it with,
Yep.
a race thing almost, and it was,
Absolutely.
even though it was here already,
Right.
we just used it medicinally,
Right.
not
Yeah.
recreationally,
Exactly.
Smoking a pipe full of hemp, like, yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore. Damn Mexicans coming here, I'm gonna stop.
Like, come on,
What?
Yeah, this is
So good.
Yeah,
I think it was
so-
Anslinger.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was,
yeah.
like,
Anslinger.
brought a lot of that racist crap
Yeah.
into it,
Mhm.
Well, he was running out of funding for,
Right.
for his, little ATF project, and he needed to vilify something, and that was something that
He
could
went
kill
after-
two birds with one stone.
And I think he was
Um,
actually on a board of pharmaceutical or something.
Oh, maybe I don't know
Also,
about
he
that.
was like tied in with some kind of a pharmaceutical company.
And I think it was the newspaper.
Yeah, he was with
Oh,
a newspaper
yeah.
also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was a big thing too. That guy had like his because he was
Yeah,
like,
what the hell is his
because
name?
he had like lumber paper
Mhm.
and hemp was about to put him out.
Yeah.
He was like,
dang.
I'm gonna put propaganda on my newspapers.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely. So it's all it's funny. I wrote a comic book basically all about a world where men with greed didn't get to make all the decisions. Like basically, what if Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein got to make all the good decisions and like got to do whatever the fuck they wanted? Like what our history, our future would be like.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. And I thought to myself, like, we would literally be living like with flying cars and like
Yeah.
wireless electricity and
We
all
don't have
kinds of
crazy hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone would have cannabis, probably shrooms, probably
Same
acid,
facial
and
hairs.
peyote,
Yeah,
and
everyone's
everything
drugged
else.
the F
Like,
out. But then,
But
hey,
it-
that's fun.
but hey, that's
It's
fun.
It's a fun exploration of creative expression. I
Yes,
think, you know?
and when it's done in a safe way.
When it's done responsibly.
Yes, responsibly. We have to
With
be
respect.
responsible. Yes, and respect too. But all of these things are tools essentially for us to heal, not just on like a physical level, but also spiritually, mentally,
Oh, yeah.
emotionally. I mean,
Mainly
like,
emotionally, man, because a lot of us have those repressed emotions that are
Oh, yeah.
the real cause of all the other anxieties and
So
feelings of
it's
depression we have.
funny you mentioned that, Dave, because I heard on another podcast that like they feel like they said it right, like cannabis like does a really good job of taking anything that like is like your fear or something and just like highlighting it, especially when you hit
Yeah.
when you're at your
Good way of
like
putting
your
it.
paranoid highest
Yeah.
point, like that trauma or something. It's like you're.
Acid does that too.
I don't want to think about it. Oh, I'm gonna think about it now. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna work through this.
Yep, you're gonna whether
But I mean,
whether you're
is
like
that
even
not-
very loving. And,
I feel like that's, in ways the spirit of the plant, like trying to get you to heal.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
like, hey,
Yeah.
you got issues, guy. Like, maybe you should deal with some of this
Yep.
shit before you try to use me in a way that is not
Right.
to be used, like.
I hope you calm down if you just work through this real quick.
Right.
Exactly. But it again, in that way, if you take it long enough, I think you can work with it in your own way.
yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
To figure out
Therapeutic
how to do
aspect.
it.
Well, yeah, she's
That's the
very
best way to do it.
Mary Jane, and cannabis is very feminine, so you can kind of go at your own pace, and it's very nurturing, and it's very like very very loving. It I don't
Yeah.
it will definitely put it in your face, and I'll keep putting it in your face, but she'll also allow you to take your time and your space and other things too. But at the same time, she'll come with some tough love too. So just that's why I love the analogy of what marijuana originally was from was being Mother Mary Jane or Mother of Jesus.
Right.
I can't think of the Virgin Mary. Yeah, so it was like she has so many different
That's
names.
what
I
you
kept wanting to
said.
say Guadalupe at first, but I mean
Not
Guadalupe
quite.
essentially is like the Virgin Mary. So it's like that essence of like healing. What was that?
Oh, so
What
I just
was
realized that joint I just passed down with sherbet cake.
He's
Okay.
high on.
Sorry guys. Sorry guys.
Rewind.
Get out, Kevin.
Sorry. A little stoned earlier, guys. Sorry.
Oh God.
We just don't smoke sherbet cake, so.
Yeah, it's sherbet cake. That was sherbet cake. So
No,
I mean,
I
it
like
still got me
sherbet
very
cake.
high. It was tasty as fuck.
I
So.
Sherbet
feel
cake is
very
really
like
good.
inquisitive.
This king size banger right here is a
Oh,
mixture
gosh.
of the divine banana and some tropical heat from Ghost 313.
Oof.
So it's
Whoa.
a little fruit basket.
Fruit
Yeah,
basket.
fruit
Gonna call it
basket.
fruit basket.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Fruit
God.
basket banger. Love it.
Fruit basket baker.
Sounds like a sick party.
Yeah. It
It
does.
does.
Baby.
This kind of sounds like a swingers party. I'm
I
not gonna lie.
Fruit basket bakers.
Oh, wow. I didn't go there all the time. Yeah, that does.
Do you think your entry is like fruit baskets? Like
Yeah, you just walk into the fruit basket and be like, oh, I know you. You're in the back room. Yeah, you're in the back room.
yeah, each fruit means something different.
You bring a bottle of wine. Oh, sorry, wrong party.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, wrong party. You don't want that here.
It's down the
That's
street.
fruit.
It's down the street.
That one's
It's been happening all night. Don't worry. Oh my God.
Wait, actually, let me see that bottle. Come back real quick.
Yeah.
That's so
You can
funny.
join, but you know, keep it on the hush hush.
Just this once. Don't tell me forgot
God
that.
dang.
So that hypothetical,
The thickest fucking joints I've ever seen in my whole life.
I think Lily's feeling a little playful now.
He gets it
She
from
wants
me.
to play.
Actually, Pierre.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Actually,
That's
we
a
get it
very-
from
yeah.
Pierre.
Yeah.
If
Our
by
old
some
boss.
crazy chance he's watching this.
Wow, I
Thank
am
you.
very high right
Yeah.
now.
This is going to be lit,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God.
I might have to pause in between a couple of times. We'll see.
That's okay. We'll just call back in 5 minutes.
It's 4:20, y'all. We gotta just keep it going. You know,
yeah,
we can't stop.
Yeah.
We can't stop until we drop. And Liz might drop.
Until we drop. I'm
That's
not gonna
okay.
drop. I'm just
I might
gonna...
drop too. Who knows?
So
I
has there
might drop
actually
too.
been really though any scientific, like stoner scientific evidence of where 420 actually came from?
Really?
You
I
know,
didn't. Yeah, I never
has there-
really looked into
has
it.
there?
to be
I
honest
mean,
with you.
you never looked into
No,
it.
I
I
really-
heard a
Where's the-
story, but I don't know
Right.
the answer.
There's always
the real
just stories,
answer.
and that's why I wanted to ask you guys.
I have
Yeah.
no clue.
We could Google it.
I have no.
I thought it was like some kid, like, this is probably just the most butchered thing, too. Just some kids would go hang out after school at 4:20 and smoke.
Oh,
Like,
right,
that's
right.
about
Yeah,
it.
I've heard.
That makes sense.
That's
That
the
makes
story.
sense.
Do you have your phone?
I do have
I've
my
heard that
phone.
too.
I'll
Yeah,
look
we
it
actually
up.
could Google
I-
this.
let's go.
Yeah, guys, let's Google this. Let's
Well,
do it
the
live
stories
on the
that
show
I've
here.
heard, there's a couple. The one is there was a group of college kids in California. They used to meet up after school and at 420 or in between their classes or something like that. I can't remember what it was,
Yeah, I
but
heard that. Some
they would all meet up and then they would smoke.
Smoke.
And then the other story is it was actually like a spot that you went, like an address, and it was like the place that you used to get weed from, and so everybody coined it 420.
420.
And so that's where the term 420 kind of came from, like smoke it up.
Interesting.
And then, the other one was just the time of day.
But yeah, like this is. I mean, the very first thing that pops up in Google when you type it in is in 1971, 5 high school students in California used the term 420 in connection with a plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop based on a treasure map
Lily
made
is
by a
messing with the
grower.
camera.
Oh,
So
really?
Wait,
Yeah.
rewind that.
Wow.
What was the
Yeah,
last part? I wasn't listening.
basically it's used as a term in connection with a plan for these 5 high school students to get together and search for an abandoned crop based on a treasure map that was given to them by a grower. At least that's what it says in Google. Ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not
That's
entirely
Google's
sure
story.
how truthful that is or not. But Google is like, yes, it's exactly like 1971. This is exactly what happened.
In 1971. Can I see that?
In
I want to see.
1971 at 4:21 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
At this
So
time,
So oddly
if you get
specific.
to this spot, the safe will unlock. And there is the grow.
Life will open up.
It's like El Dorado, just like
Yeah.
unlocks and opens. Like, oh.
Reminds me of, like, you ever see that movie Big Fish?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he
love that movie.
he like walks into the forest and he like opens up into this like mysterious like town that's like cut off from all of their existence, but it's like trapped in time in a way.
Yep.
And it reminds me of that
What
same
was
thing.
their term? Once you
It's
come, you can
yeah.
never go.
Oh shit.
You can always leave, but
Now you're
can't.
challenging my
I
my
can't
brain.
remember now.
I can't remember that
I
shit.
know.
Wait, this
Yeah, I love
Time
that movie.
Magazine.
Fish is
Yeah, that's a
really,
great
it's
movie.
a great movie.
What now?
Time Magazine says that 420 was code for it too. It was like used as a code word.
To like get together and
Okay,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I
yeah.
have heard of that one too.
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense.
Sorry, I don't know what you guys are talking. I was so like, what does it mean?
And it would seem like it would mean
Drops
it
on
would
rabbit
make
hole.
sense.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
Yeah, where did she go? Yeah, that happens a lot, especially with music videos. They get into these holes. Let's watch this music video. Ooh, let's watch this one. I haven't watched this one in
For
a
a
while.
split second, I thought you were goddamn serious. I thought I was gonna pull up a music video and start watching it. I was like, we're
my
watching.
God.
Like, give me that phone.
I wasn't doing that though, I promise.
But you could have.
I could, and I still can.
Yeah, I still can. Mr. Man. My God.
420.
Music videos.
Yeah. There's the
Yeah, then we're gonna get flagged for copyright infringements.
Yeah, no, we won't do that. But there are days and nights where, you know, Dave walks in and there's just like music videos, and then I love it.
Oh.
What is happening over there, fellas?
There's a gnarly. We're just admiring the Nazi.
Start calling you back now.
The resin ring around.
Oh, yeah.
I'm forever gonna see it as
Now
Nessie
when you're
now.
smoking a joint and there's a resin ring around, it's called a Nessie.
We
Nessie.
coined it.
Hashtag Nessie.
Brothers.
15% to this
Yes,
man.
Only 15%.
Yeah, only
That's all
15%.
he gets
That's
out
all
of
he
that.
gets.
Okay.
Higher consciousness gets
Wait,
the
no, guys,
rest.
don't do that because literally some fucking lawyer's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
no.
Look, it's like actually
I can see the judge now. Like, you said it. You
That
got
is
it.
entitled to at least 35%.
they pull up this video, see, like, damn it.
I was too high. I don't know.
There was something in that joint. It was LSD, I swear. I was out of my mind, also.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
unknowingly drugged myself when I wrote this shit.
I know, like, talk myself. Oh, that's great. I love it.
Oh my goodness. So okay, Tyler, we did this in the last show where we all went and said what bud we thought we were and why. I remember.
Well, it's funny because you're referencing a show that's about to happen.
Yeah, about to happen.
Later
That
this
hasn't really
week
happened
that
yet.
you guys
That's
haven't
right.
seen yet.
Yes,
But we recorded it with Devin a while
that's
ago.
right. I forgot because.
But it was a question that we asked.
It was a question we asked in the past,
And
but it's really in the future.
Wow.
But then you come back to the past and then answer it
That's
yourself.
some Rick and Morty shit.
It is, man.
That's what
I'm all
we aim for.
twisted over.
Well, maybe not like that, twisted, but like
It's like a
very
Quentin
far
Tarantino
out.
movie.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan, Christopher Tarantino did. That's what we did. So what was you asking? What were you asking?
Well,
Well, what strain are you?
what strain am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
And why?
And why? All right. Well, probably, I'd have to say like a cross between Sour Diesel and OG Kush.
Wow, that is
To
specific.
be honest, more so on the OG Kush.
Okay.
And because of my soft side.
Do you have like a
Yourself.
percent that you would want to, since you're so specific with your?
Like a scent, that you're
No,
asking?
I'm talking like a percentage
Oh.
of one to the
You
other.
can
like
give
a-
us a scent too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
give
this-
us what's your
Turkey
turkey profile, Brett?
60% OG, 60% OG Kush, I guess.
60%.
What's your
OG
turkey
Kush.
spread?
Wow.
Like expert
Favors
level.
that just because my soft side, but I look tough, I look big. Sometimes I just give that appearance. I got a great smell. I feel like
I love this.
I always smell like weed.
I always
So it's
smell
just
the
This is great.
I don't know. I have thought about that before, though. Honestly.
See?
But I have thought about this extensively.
I'm
So
so
Don't think
happy
mine
you
is coming
came
up with this.
prepared.
Well, that question I have like asked myself, like if I was weed, dude, what would you be? Like, and I just always thought like, and like smoking, you know.
Yeah.
It's been an
Probably
ongoing process.
Look at the
I
weed
bet.
just smoking.
But the
behind you.
diesel, the diesel accent is probably more so like the outdoorsy side in me. Like
Oh
just-
yeah,
just
I can
because
totally see that.
the earth tone
Gotcha.
funks.
Go get her.
I see. I love that.
Gotcha. All
So
right.
comment down below what you think your strain is, if you know.
Absolutely. I just
I'd like to
realized
hear
we're like
why.
halfway through, and we haven't
You'll get
even
to hear
brought
ours
out,
later.
like, munchies. We brought like all these munchies for the
Really,
occasion.
we're halfway through.
Yeah, we're
Well,
about
we
halfway
smoked 2
through.
joints.
It's like
I know
8:30.
that goes
I have
fast.
joints.
Yeah, I have
I
joints.
3.
You should
Frustrated.
get it out.
Well, 420 doesn't end when the show ends.
I mean-
420 ends when 420 is done at midnight.
Technically 4:20
Technically.
a.m.
Yeah, 420.
For some sort of
Yeah.
hours on 4:20.
Oh my god. Could you
Wow.
imagine that?
A full 24, 420.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if I could do it.
A full 024, 420. Some number play. I don't know.
Yes, yes.
So you were saying
Yes.
those 2 strains that you thought you were makes you really excited for the seeds we just got, buddy.
Oh yeah, your
Ooh.
kumbaya or
No,
whatever.
no.
Whatever.
Wait,
I
kumbaya.
butchered that. I don't know. You come out with some.
I lost some Cheetos.
Dave.
We brought out the big guns.
Ooh, fun.
Cheetos and Funyuns. Get back, Lily. That's right.
Yeah, here we go.
Go to the store when you want.
I missed something. I felt like I missed.
I just things, Dave.
Well,
Just
Just-
you don't
Just
even know
like
it, Dave.
They're just giggly. I'm giggly.
They're giggly.
Mary Jane's here.
We're all giggly. It's a 420 special, folks.
It kills the voice.
I know. Kills the fucking word.
Wow.
Buttercup or what was
No, it's just
Buttercup?
We're talking about half baked.
Half baked.
Oh!
Like,
I
We
know.
just watched that recently.
We did, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
it's just immediately it's like Funyuns, man.
Yeah.
Funyuns.
Go to the store.
His voice is just so iconic
I
for like
see that
that
one
period of the I think it was like late 90s, early 2000s or something
The
like
whole
that.
character.
Yeah, I know, right? Just like
That, and Dave Chappelle.
who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
Come with me, man. You are, man.
But yeah, the Dave
I'm a
Chappelle
lesbian.
character is freaking awesome. They're all great. Scarface. Fuck you, fuck you.
You're cool.
You're cool.
I know that we watched it, but I don't remember. I need to watch movies multiple times for me to like remember them.
Oh, actually,
Because most of my mind's
Yeah,
often like.
yeah.
and since we're talking about that movie,
Two
they
bangers
did
going at the same time.
name their bongs. Did you guys name this or any of your pieces?
No, you know, we
No,
haven't.
I
think we
haven't.
named any of the pieces.
No, we
yet.
haven't.
Oh, we should name
I
them
haven't
live.
even thought about that.
Oh, we should name them live. We have
Oh
so
my
many to
God,
name.
That's so many
There
to
you go.
name, though.
Did you guys ever did like so? I used to do that when I was like younger. I don't do it so much anymore. But like anytime I get like a new bowl or something, I'm like, oh, we didn't name you this.
Oh, dude, I do it all the time. Still. Don't lie, Dad. You still do it.
You all the time I don't.
used to.
I
It's
haven't
okay
named
if
it.
you do. I want to.
I am a man enough to admit that I still name my.
I mean, not as often as I used to.
It's like your car, right?
No, I'm not
It's
lying.
like-
It's not as often as I used to, but like
Right.
I just based on not buying as many pieces as I
I
was.
don't know. I don't know what I would call some of these, honestly. To be perfectly honest with you right now.
This is Mystic.
Oh my God, such a fucking cool name.
Ooh,
Like the
of
song, like,
course.
Now I
love
have-
it.
now I
Like the
know.
song Into the Mystic.
Oh my God,
Oh.
his family loves that
Yeah.
song,
Damn.
and you love that song,
Yeah.
and that is a great song.
Bust out my guitar right now and sing it for you. No, I'm just joking.
That'd be sick. I could die.
You could. I don't know where your guitar is.
That'd be
though.
pretty awesome.
I love how you're looking at me like.
I was trying. So since we're halfway in, I wanted to hear more from you guys about like what you do, anything like that you want to educate on people or just tell people about.
Educate on you. I'm gonna educate on you. Fool.
Well, this is what happens when Liz gets high.
I mean, I might be a little high, so I might kind of like, I can't remember what it's actually called. Okay, but did you guys know that when you eat cannabis, right? When you like eat decarb cannabis,
right,
and it goes in your system, your body breaks down enzymes, right? And these enzymes actually create another drug, a completely separate drug from THC, or CBD and all of these things. It's actually specific to your body. It depends on your enzymes in your body.
So everybody's got a different.
That's why edibles affect everybody differently.
That
It's
is
so
interesting.
And I can't remember the drug that it's called, but it starts with an H.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you still get high on THC.
Well, sure, but it's interesting to know that everybody's going to have their own, unique experience because their own chemistry.
Yep, their own endocannabinoid.
Yeah, because I know I can handle more edibles than you can.
Oh yeah, dude! Like, what was it? One of those midnight bars? I think
Yeah.
like you had like maybe half of it, maybe more than half of it, and I think I only had like a quarter of it, and I was like, oh my god, I don't think I can handle much more than this right now.
Yeah.
But for whatever reasons, like you and Amber, you can handle edibles, and I'm just
Amber
like
from
a
our
baby.
astrology episode.
I could
who he's
smoke and
talking
smoke and
about.
smoke and smoke and smoke and no big deal.
See, I can
Same.
I can get by smoking a lot if I do like little baby hits. Because if I do big hits every time, then I'd probably be asleep.
Yeah, I just get to a certain point and then it just kind of stops.
And it just kind of
the like giggly kind of like hungry fun aspect keeps going, but I just don't get any more high. Like,
Yeah, I feel you
That's
there in
that's
ways. Yeah, I've been like that at night. It's like I've smoked like 4 or 5 bowls and like I don't feel any higher than I did an hour ago, so I'm just gonna go to sleep now.
I've tried it. I've smoked one of those like giant joints with
Oh,
weed
right.
in it. I mean, it's just like smoking a bunch of joints.
So imagine like 10 joints together. That's what it was like.
That's
exactly
it.
It was like.
That's it.
That is.
I don't need to
true.
describe it any more than that. You can do it in your head.
Like, same aspect, same high,
Wow,
same
that's
thing.
great. That is
It's
great.
fantastic. I love it. We also
Yeah,
have
no, I would be down.
we also have munchies, which I don't know if you guys ever had that mix. It's like Doritos and pretzels and Cheetos and Slim Chips together. Yeah. So I didn't want to bring that out because I felt like that was like the star of the show. So this is like
My munchies, it comes in after my high, serious. Cause like, I don't know, I just can't eat when I'm high. It's actually like a suppressant for me almost.
really
Interesting.
Until once it kind of dumbs down and goes away a little bit, watch out. Like I will kill the fridge. Anything that's edible in front of me.
It is true.
Surprisingly, I don't eat doorknobs and walls. I
That's
get
good.
that hungry.
I understand that hunger though because I am munchy the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep eating and eating. Wow, that was a lot.
I saw
There
that.
was like 2 different things happening. So
I know. I was trying to.
that was a pretty big hit. Oh my! There's some awkward. Here.
You're like
let me
making
have
me
this.
come out of that.
Yeah, it's like getting coffee over here.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
I don't know if I try with that joint anymore, but like I would totally recommend that, guys. Like, if you guys want to try that.
What did you do? Because I missed it.
Here, I'll let him talk about it.
Yes.
It's his creation. So.
I don't know if I can.
I was like a nice little bong head.
Yeah.
Like the perfect size for a doobie, man.
Liz, would you like to try?
You can fit your weed
I
in
don't
there,
think so.
man.
I'm gonna get really high.
You got me like right as I'm about to blow out of it. I was like, oh, I want to laugh so bad, but I can't. Oh my god, this is great.
Wow.
Oh.
I guess if you were open out
Yeah, go for it, dude. I have another one of these little things.
Wow. Okay, so another question that I want to ask you guys. How much more time do we have, by the way?
Let's take a look at the clock there. We got 20 more minutes.
Okay,
Well, for an hour. But I mean, we can keep going if we want to.
we can keep going.
It's our fucking show. It's not like we got another show coming up after us. Like,
No, it has to stop at an hour.
yeah.
Done.
No more life for you.
Yeah, no more life for you.
No more.
Dave, would you like?
Oh yeah, let's try to give that a shot. See if I can work the engineering.
So
of this.
while you guys are getting very, 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 very high, I want to ask you, what is your highest current thought you've been having as of late? Whether it be about consciousness, the world, the universe, life. I know I asked these deep questions, but I purposely wait till everybody's really high so we can get you in the mode.
Well,
Get you in the mode, y'all.
got one, but it's kind of crazy.
We got
What? You know how we all have brains, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty much everything has a brain.
we got
right?
braids, right?
Yep.
And what if
If you only
we're
had a
really
brain.
not actually bodies and stuff? We're just actually a bunch of brains working.
Yeah, just like this
You know,
moving up there.
and you're just kind of controlling it.
There was a movie that
That's
had
actually
had
awesome.
something
You
like
know,
that.
at one point, everything on this planet used to be just maybe a bunch of rolling around brains or something. You know, just all.
Flip flopping all over.
They
the
just
place.
decided hey, something has to change. You know,
We can't be rolling anymore like
you can't.
this.
This don't work.
I don't know
I
what
get
you
dirt in me.
What's it?
Hey, go Devils way, man. We'll go counter.
So then they evolved. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Either that or they just kind of hell, maybe they just had a workshop, just made a bunch of shit, hey, maybe let's make a whale, it's just a giant freaking thing. Who knows what it's going to do? Just throw it in the ocean, man. You'll control this one. Cool. He hops in, he's gone,
You
he
lucky
creates a whale
bastard.
community.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's
And then it grows from there.
You just never know, Yeah, grows from there, yeah.
Well, whales are said to be one of the oldest mammals on this planet. They're said to be here for a very, very long time. So, you're not. I think you're onto something. I love the rolling of brains, though.
Yeah,
There's
that
a very
idea.
distinct image in my
Yeah,
mind.
it's
I
like
wish that
flopping
we could
around
just
brains
animate
and
that and
goo.
put that in the show so people can see it.
I just picture brains and bubble, water bubbles, right? Rolling around Earth. And then just one day they're we should hop in one of these bodies here and see what's up. They just go through and they're
Take a little bit of these
no.
bags.
Oh
Have
my
you ever
god!
seen Men in Black?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the little guy.
Gets
opens up
the
and he's-
skin.
Yeah, he's inside the guy.
Right.
Is that us?
It might
It
be.
could
Oh my
be.
God.
No, but it's just
All right,
a
I'll
real
stop
brain.
short at suggesting we cut open our skin and find out. But
God, no.
I like the
Who's
idea.
first? No,
I
I'm
like
just
the
kidding.
idea. I just don't want to lie on camera and be like, let's find out.
Definitely down for the
That was
updated
my a
form.
little bit
You
of
know?
dark humor. I wasn't caught that.
To hope that there would be a button that I could push and my face would just divide open.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
change
like
the
no,
smile,
like
that'd be cool.
biotic, yeah.
Put a scalpel and be like, all right, here, let me just cut you up and see what's up.
Oh God. No.
Oh my god.
Terrified of
Yeah,
surgery.
That's a really interesting
that's,
thought, though.
I
I
can't
love
even
it.
get shots.
Yeah.
Needles freak me out. I would not be able to. I stabbed myself with scissors one time.
Oh. I don't even want to think about that.
On accident.
Jesus Christ.
I did
Yep.
too. I had to go get
I sliced my
stitches.
fingers
Very-
open so much.
Very smart thing to do is don't leave your scissors open. Always put your little rubber nubby out.
Yes, there's a reason.
You walk around. Gardens are slick.
Gardens are
You're
slick.
safe when your
That's
guard.
so funny.
Yeah, it went right into my arm. I freaked out, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
oh God, freaked out.
Oh my god.
Thought I was gonna die. Honestly, I'm that type of person. I ran upstairs and
No,
yeah,
thank
he's like, what did you? It didn't even bleed. I wasn't even bleeding honestly, but it freaked me out. Oof. Holy
I'm
shit.
stressed out hearing about
You
it.
know,
Oh my God.
damn
such a great
Japanese scissors,
Oh,
really skinny. You didn't like that far?
Yeah.
That was so great.
No.
I mean, those
no.
things are pretty gnarly.
You want this?
Yeah. Oh my
I think we should
goodness.
start doing it.
Well, wow, I love where this has taken us. So, Devin, what has been like your like high thought that you've had of late?
Not to like put you on the spot, but that's what we do.
Well, we're all
sometimes.
gonna do one.
We're all gonna do one. Now I gotta think of one. Oh crap! I'm a host. I don't have to answer these questions.
What?
So
I'm
mine's
answering
like,
you.
what if I have fault. The highest thing I probably thought of was like, what if everything we see with our eyeballs is just like this whole projection world that we're seeing, and like in reality it's just like nothing, like darkness, and this is all just like a simulation
Right.
thing that we're in.
Right.
We're just plugged into something that's beyond whatever else.
Like the ultimate VR.
Right.
Right, but like
Wow.
in
Yeah.
a spirit form.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought concept. Like, how are you, and in what capacity are you connected to the reality in which you exist in?
Right.
'Cause a lot of people, I think, feel we are completely separate from our environment, and yet I think we are actually all the same thing, just expressions of the different vibration.
Right.
That's my crazy thought.
You're always so slick about that.
Everything is fucking energy, right? So everything is energy. It's just vibrating at a different frequency. So if you really look at it, it's almost like exactly what Neo saw in the Matrix. It's just a different matrix of vibrating energy constructing a different physical, object or meat bag or brain flopping around on the floor. I don't know.
Right. Stop. Yeah. Just. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly where my brain is. Gotcha.
So Liz, what's your crazy thought?
My crazy thought.
Crazy thought us, Liz.
So, okay, since I was the one that started all of this. Oh, wow.
The Cheeto Walrus.
My crazy
Cheeto
thought
walrus.
is, what are you doing, Dave? No, I'm just kidding.
What are you doing? Sir.
No, just kidding.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's not enough. Keep going.
So my thought hasn't really been like a crazy thought, but I think a lot of people, when they see, the color of the rainbow or any colors, we associate them with specific things. And I think that they're related to everything and all in a very weird way, even though like there's certain colors that we dedicate to like love. We think of like red, but like some people and some cultures think it differently. So it's just the diversity of colors.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that our existence in this world and like why they mean what they mean and like how it can impact a whole culture, but then how it can be so different elsewhere. But also the seriousness of like and the beauty that color is, because we've been watching a lot of Glow Up on Netflix, and there's this one person, Lee.
I love how you brought it all the way back to fashion.
I always bring it back to
fashion.
fashion.
That was artistry, folks. Artistry, how she did that. Wow.
Look, okay, fashion is one of my passions, for real. But he's colorblind, and so I just think of what a gift it is to be able to see color.
For an artist to be colorblind.
Yeah.
But still be able to rock the house and do well.
And still do so well.
Yeah.
He does so well. But then also the other part that goes to it too is like, it exists in all different kinds and types and varieties, and we put all these different meanings and different, significances to it, but then, but why? And we can all agree on it, it's interesting, like as we like see certain things like the chakras, are said to be a certain color, but so is the rainbow. But what if it's not? It's, I think, a matter of perspective, because a bumblebee sees differently than what we see.
Right.
So the way that they interpret color and meaning is so different,
yeah.
and we are them because we are all right. So that's been my crazy thought.
I feel that.
Imagine
like your perception of red is a completely different perception of red than somebody else's.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel that completely. I've
Yes.
thought about that quite a few times actually in my life. Just out of curiosity, is my red really your red? And is when I say blue, you're like, yeah, that's blue. But your whole life it's been your color of blue.
Right.
My color of blue.
Specific. Yeah.
Just because your spectrum is a little bit different. That would be interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And then that synesthesia. I love synesthesia.
Oh, wow.
The whole concept
Yeah.
and the idea of synesthesia.
Mixing of senses.
Yeah.
Where,
When you
like,
can see color or
yeah,
when you
okay.
can't
Where you can see
color.
color.
No,
Where you can
I know what you
see
mean. I know what you
color.
mean.
When you can smell color. Or when you can feel color, or
Yeah.
when your senses do things that they don't typically and normally do in a human body. But I mean, it is still in the human body. It's just what I think we would say is like the typical all across. There are some, I think, people who are gifted who can, tap in and mix those abilities with one another.
That'd be a crazy ability, right? Like, be able to mix your different senses together to create an ultra sense of
Mhm.
reality.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Like 360-degree vision.
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be
Really
without having
cool.
to turn your head.
Yeah.
What is it?
Without
Dragonfly
having to-
that has a can of dragonfly smell.
Cause,
Yeah,
like-
dragonfly can fly.
Cause
up,
think
see
about
the
it, if, like,
direction, up, down,
If you
side to side.
connect, if you can mix all of that, if you mix your sight with your a sense of feeling, then who's to say you couldn't quite literally turn every molecule of your being into a perspective, a visual, input.
Yeah.
And you are a 360-degree being, right? So
That'd be
like
sick.
you could like quite literally like put your arms out and be like, I need to see over there, and like literally extend your vision like that far out. You know what I mean? Like that's
See into the next room.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then like add
Crazy.
like your auditory, like sense to that. Like you can hear, so like you're literally seeing what you hear,
Mhm.
Then you can maybe like smell, so
Aquaman.
you could like add all of that, into an overall, and maybe that's what we are.
I mean, yeah.
We are a collection of all senses in another being.
Mm.
Whoa.
Like you
That's
said,
blue
Yeah.
all
paradoxical.
connected.
I blew my own paradoxical brain on that one.
Right.
Wow, I
Well,
love it.
the thing that made me think about the brains is I was talking to my daughter about, like how animals and then it made me realize like they all look literally the exact same. Like, because it's like showing me like a dolphin's brain, a whale's brain, a friggin',
Like the basic.
yeah, it's just showing me all these other like, and I mean, yeah, they're different shapes and sizes, but to a point, they're all kind of sort of the same, and it just made me think like, wow, yeah, what if one day we're just like, there's just literally like that's what we were,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming
Coming
back to
I
the
don't know.
floppy brain concept.
You know?
Everything
Uh,
is.
There's like little dolphin brains and shit. They were just out in the, but they don't have dolphin bodies,
I'm sorry, I just like immediately got the visual of like a herd of little mini brains just going, just like because they're just like swimming through the ocean.
I wish somebody would.
Oh my
this.
god, that is amazing.
I want to see
love
these
that
things
concept.
animated.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
into like some trippy video. Oh, this is part of your music video idea, Liz. Liz wants to be in a music video so bad.
I do.
So bad.
I just.
Yes.
I do. I just don't know. I don't have the music part though. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
We don't have the
so.
music part. She just wants to do all the dancing and all the glamour and all the
But I
artistry
do want to
and
do
the
the
fashion.
music part too. But that part hasn't
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't figured that
So
out
if
yet.
you need someone to star in your music video that looks like this beauty right
Oh
here,
my goodness.
I'm just saying, you want to be in a music video so badly, put it out there.
I do.
Yeah. Plus, you got that glittery ass
Mhm.
eyeshadow on today. You're like ready for the camera.
Yeah, I am. Well, I purposely got ready for the camera today.
Because this is an important day.
Yeah,
420
I
special.
know, and I filmed something
See how many
earlier
times I
for.
say that
Yeah,
this entire time.
I have no idea. What time is it anyway?
We got 5 more minutes in the
Wow.
hour. However,
Time has felt.
I think
like
we're just gonna
passed
keep
so-
rolling for a little while, just a little while extra. Because I mean, it's a 420 special, right? We should roll a little extra.
A little extra,
Roll
but
a little
We
extra.
haven't even got to the dabs yet.
Yeah, we haven't even
Oh my
got to
God.
the dabs yet, guys. We've rolled, how many joints have we smoked? Like 4 or 5?
a lot,
I don't even know.
I think we smoked
a lot.
at least 4.
At
One
least
per
4.
person.
Possibly
Yeah.
5.
This is
per
like the fourth.
person?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
2 of
Just a
mine.
little.
2 yours. Yeah.
So 4.
Yes.
And
They can do math better than I can. I'll tell you that much.
We can call.
Yes. Yes.
I might have to stop for a minute.
Well,
and munch up.
I was gonna say bunch up, baby, because we're gonna move on to some Debbers.
I am getting hungry too.
I always just get such bad cotton mouth, man. Like, you know,
I
the
get
cotton
cotton
mouth
just
just takes me down.
Well, I mean, there are no rules. I mean, I could like literally put together the chilaquiles and we could eat it live while we're rolling. I'm just saying, if you wanted to. I mean, it's maybe. I don't know if you guys want to watch us
I don't
eat.
know
but
if
This
it's
you
could be a
want-
real 420
Yeah.
strap.
Unfortunately, it's like, yeah, watch us eat it. And I'm like, oh god, I'm so
I think-
freaking high.
I think if
Get
we
high,
don't
the less
do,
you can
if we don't do cooking,
Yeah, just take the camera with me. All right, guys, we're going to the kitchen now. 420 special. We're gonna make some chilaquiles, high style.
Bon appetit with Dave.
There we go.
oh my
Alright.
goodness, so
Yeah,
many
that's
potentials.
You got that concentrate, Devin? Get that in there.
Here, I'll give you that THC isolate with whatever
Okay,
turkey
yeah.
I feel like.
I need some spicy notes. Some peppery notes, my friend.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
All right, back on track.
yeah, I want to just make sure before we get too far, because I have to remember we're on a show right now. We're doing our show, so to remember this. Okay. So is there anything about the Butter Brothers? I did it. That's so good.
3 for 3.
Yeah.
That you want to share, that you want to like discuss, or anything about what it is that you do. Free for all, like really.
Oh,
but I
wow.
just want to hear more about you guys because you guys are, our special guests, right?
Well, yeah, of course. You should be able to say what you want in the waning hours of the show.
My really high sarcasm brain just wanted to be like, we're the Better Butter Brothers and we suck. We just suck at growing. We're here for the money.
No. That's
Delete
how we do
that.
it.
Delete.
That's not true at all.
That's
They were great.
Yeah.
Not true at
You
all.
guys are great, dude. This weed that we buy is amazing. Like,
Yeah, it is very good. I am very high.
I forgot that you had it right here.
Yeah, I have your whole bag right
Oh
here.
wow, this some of it.
Yeah, we have.
It's a
What
part
is
of our
that?
altar.
This is Divine Banana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's nice.
I don't know if it's focusing. Not focusing anyway. But it's dope as hell. And he gave us a bag full of just choice nugs too. You usually get bags and they're like full of just like bottom of the barrel shit, I mean, I know that some strains, they usually have smaller buds and like, there's different sizes for everything, but like this is choice.
You gotta put back on the
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Back
we
in the altar.
We
It's
don't
holy.
really let anything go
Holy
through
today.
if it's not bigger than at least like ½ inch to 3/8 inch. For sure.
That's
You can't,
right.
It just breaks down into shape, like you're saying.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
then you get shake. But if you look at it, shake honestly is more weed.
Well, yeah.
If you
What
think
I've been
about
what I've
As
been
long as
doing
it's not
is
shake with stuff.
I can hold one.
right, and what I've been doing is whenever I buy new, I take the old bags and I just take all the stems out, pack up as many joints as I can fill. Like I just did earlier today. I packed like 4 joints, off of just a shake that I had in that bag.
So I set this down here.
Yeah. As
Is that
long
okay?
as long as the cats don't come in here.
Here,
wait,
here.
it's
I'll go
okay.
put it somewhere.
I'll go put the Cheetos.
Well,
Put the Cheetos.
we'll have one. Yeah,
That's
what we
okay.
have room
That's
for.
okay.
And I'll
I
bring
don't
it back.
have, I don't have to get you. Anybody else want to do?
I'm good.
I think I'm ready to move on to the dappers.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling. I'm feeling
That's what I'm feeling.
a little waxy.
Oh yeah. I'll keep an eye on the time, better.
No, I was curious what time it was. So,
Mhm.
okay, so we have to keep the conversation rolling too.
Just keep
All
it
right.
rolling. Keep
Keep
it
it
rolling.
rolling.
What were we
While
just
you guys keep
talking about us.
rolling.
Yeah, as I just made that joke, and then what else?
Yeah.
happened?
How you're great at what you do.
Yes, how
Explain.
you're amazing at what you do. Yes.
We're definitely still learning, though. I will say, like in a lot of aspects every day. I guess that's part of being good at growing is like you're always learning.
Sure.
Every day is something new. Like you're never really trying. You're never just like, oh, I've learned it all, and this is the best. Like you're never like. Every plant is different.
Yeah.
I've met growers of like 35 years, and you know, they say they're still learning. I mean, it's an always evolving kind of market almost. You know, it's always getting better in a way. You know.
I know. Look at that thing, right?
I know,
That's
right?
that's what I feel. I'm like, what the heck?
That thing
man?
is
So
pretty damn
intense.
sick.
It is intense.
I'm still learning.
It's
on
like a
the dad.
lightsaber.
Yeah, it really is like a little lightsaber.
Oh yeah.
This thing makes me think of something in the 90s. Like it's like a little
I,
Nintendo
like,
64
handed it to you,
or
like, so if
something.
you can
That's
see
like what
it.
it makes me think of, but like a little mini version.
Yeah, like a little Nintendo controller or something.
Yeah, a little Nintendo controller or something.
I think that's what they were going for with Temtech.
That's pretty dope. You got a nice setup here, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hazel. We have the technology.
You really do.
You have the technology.
This is all like a
To
whole
get
new
you
level
high.
here. Yeah,
As
this is
fuck.
very high. Oh my goodness. So, what are you going to be doing here? It almost looks like a game in a way.
So I'm just getting. What this does is it's telling me the temperature of the nail, so that way we can get the optimum flavor of the wax when we apply it to the quartz.
Why does it have to be so hot?
Why does it have to be so hot?
Honestly, why
Oh,
do you
God.
have to why are you torching it? Like why I don't I guess I wanna understand like the whole like
I don't.
science or reasoning there.
Well,
What
it's better to start high
Okay.
and fall in
Oh, but-
than go low to try to come up.
Right, that makes sense.
Cold starts aren't bad.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But
Just best preferred
yeah,
method
I
of
mean,
doing it, right? So
it's easier.
Right enough.
the more you know, folks. Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning on mine, to be honest. I'm totally new to dabs, so Devin got me going on it, and I've been trying here and there, but
What you're twerking for.
still trying to dial it in, man. The temperature
Yeah.
is tricky.
Bye, Dev.
Yeah. Oh, bye, Devin. It was nice. He just heated up the nail and
Thing
just
and left.
gone.
Bye.
Thank you.
I don't know what to do.
I
We're
realize
done.
I messed up and don't have my dabber, but I can fix this.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
This,
You guys have one, right?
this baby.
Joey.
Ta-da, magic.
It's a 420 miracle.
Oh my god. All right, here we go. Back to square one. Boom. Third time, guys.
Burning through that fuel, baby.
Sit on skateboard.
This is so interesting. Just watching that makes me feel high.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Especially when you're really looking at it.
Well, I figured you'd go
Really
first to
looking into the
demonstrate
flame.
the proper
Guess gotta go
method.
first, man. Well, not.
No,
I'm sorry, not
I'm-
guess, but like.
I understand, but
Okay.
you're
I'm hiding out
experienced,
right
so
now.
I want the viewers to see someone who's
All right.
an expert.
Viewers, I apologize for how much I'm about to cover.
Because he's just gonna go fucking post it. Whoa.
Not too much. So the preferred temperature that I would like to go, just so the viewers can know, is between 550 and 500. Just so that I feel like you get the most out of the flavor of the wax. Some people can go a little bit hotter. Obviously, the more wax you have on the dabber, the hotter you should probably go.
Right. That makes sense.
It's my favorite part. Spin around.
Lord!
You could say that.
That was dope.
For
That was a big old cloud. Like an expert champ right there.
Had to steal the spinner caps.
Oh,
guys.
dude.
That's okay.
Go for it.
All right.
I just cleaned all that shit out earlier today, so it's good to go.
And that was first dab.
Wow.
Just
Okay, so why would someone dab? Like, what is?
what is the point?
No, I just
kinda
wanna. I
lazy.
just wanna
Crazy.
understand.
It's crazy.
Like, I just wanna know what the difference is, because it's very different way of having Mary Jane, the same thing that we are smoking. It's just in a different form.
Right.
Well, definitely, it's like smoking a whole joint to the face in one quick touch.
Right.
And it's like, to some, especially for people, like I just took a really big dab. But like, I've also been dabbing for a few years.
Right. And your
And
tolerance is allowed for.
right. So when you first start dabbing, the smallest little bit feels like a whole joint you just smoked to the head.
Right.
And that can last you a really long time.
Sure.
And unless you just like doing fat claws and wasting it.
Right.
To each their own. I shouldn't say wasting it, but some people just
Yeah.
Some people take like full like. Remember the story you told me? The one chick, like the full gram and a half.
Oh,
She
God,
comes
no.
in, she bought it. Right there.
This was not got good wax either. This was like back in the days of like dark shatter.
Yeah, wait,
And
It doesn't sound good.
She just dropped this big gram in there. And she took it like a champ.
Oh my god.
Like those videos you'd see in like the dab competitions or whatever on Instagram. They're just like taking them, just releasing the hits and just
Oh my god, dude.
just go great.
That's too much.
Don't mind the noises.
For me.
A little animation right
Oh no, I
there.
appreciate the noise.
All right, so Marco.
I'll I know.
This is like,
This is like, oh, I don't know. Very high.
I'll just watch.
already.
Yeah.
She's like on the verge of thinking of some really important things she's gonna have to go through. Smoking.
Yeah.
On the verge. Right. Yeah, take this really hot dab right now.
Oh man.
What we
Okay.
would do back in the day.
Yeah. I gotta get better at this. But practice makes perfect.
I think we all just got really high.
We're all just like, oh
They
god.
used to say stoners were stupid.
We're just like
Yeah.
watching.
I know.
do this. This is the
It's
artistry
just-
of it though. We're all captivated by it.
I'm honestly just captivated by the fact that this is one plant and we can have for many different reasons and for many different ways and types, and it's just like sometimes it's mind blowing and sometimes it's like just I think about like who decided or who thought of doing these things, who knew to like. And it's like the plant herself is like communicating that to us, I think, because I think that's how a lot of these things evolve, right? Is by us invoking it. So it's really interesting to see what it's evolved into, and once it becomes like a more, across the board legal thing, to see like what it's going to like essentially become. And we live in a state where I feel like we see it like everywhere now.
There you go, Dave.
There you go. That's a good job. Wow.
I enjoy the dabs. They are great and taste delicious.
Like a champ.
Loving it.
They make me cough like a. That's all I gotta say. Like,
Oh man.
ugh. It always makes me do them. I
Just
do
go
like
for
it
it.
though.
I mean,
I had to just sip on the water for a little bit because you still feel it after a
Yeah.
while. It has a lingering effect.
yeah, definitely induces the wheezing a little bit.
Wow.
But it is a head rush. It takes you to a different place.
It really does.
Yeah, some people like to do this a lot more than just smoking flower. But I feel like in
Yeah,
order,
everybody is different.
I mean, I like both,
yeah,
and I actually prefer to do flour. Actually, to just keep this more of like a once in a while thing to keep the tolerance low. Like I just feel like if I kept doing the dabs, like I would just keep, up in the ante and like, not right now.
I just
like
like the
I like the
smoking
flower.
aspect of it.
Yeah, I like
You
the
know?
flour. It's though the way you smoke joints and I prefer bowls, but joints are great. Love the communal aspect of it.
yeah, joints are definitely my favorite. Joints
I'm a
and
sucker
dabs.
for it.
Joints and dabs. Joints and dabs.
Dabs and joints and joints and dabs.
Bam.
Well, I think I just like tradish flower right now. I'm a little intimidated with the dabs, not gonna lie, because I feel like I'm still building up my tolerance. And the last time, which you'll see in the future of episode we had with Devin about bud tending, I had my first kind of official dab, and I went to bed at 8:00. And we filmed that at
I love,
4.
I love how we can talk about the future episode that you guys haven't watched yet. Oh, it's so
I know,
great.
it's great. It's
That's
a
how we
mind
should
work.
continue to do the
It's all
show.
part of higher
Record it
consciousness.
all out of order,
Yeah.
so that when we're talking about things, it makes no sense whatsoever. But it's
It definitely would
we're
give it.
future tellers because we're talking about future episodes. Oh my
It would
God.
definitely get our audience to think about the concept of how time is not linear.
That's
So,
true.
There you go.
Because it ain't nothing linear. Well, it depends on your perspective, I should say. If you look at it as a linear,
Well, yeah,
Then
then
it
it will be.
There you go.
But there's infinite possibilities
there is infinite possibilities.
with
So there's
everything.
all kinds of different shades to that spectrum of time.
Yeah, I feel like hours have gone by, but I feel like it's only been like a few minutes. Like
Yeah, we're
that's
only
kind of
like
where.
15 minutes over. So
Yeah, see, I feel like we're like way over, which is so
Nah.
unusual for me to say because I, normally would like to keep talking, but I'm in this place of just introspection and just watching and observing and like a study mode. This is like the time of the night that I would turn on like a docu-series or something and about the universe or about the cosmos or something about psychedelics or that's what I like to do when I get super high. That or just look at nature or yell at nature or create something.
I feel it. I'm super into painting right now. I've been getting into abstract painting.
You sent me some really cool painting. No, the last one you posted actually.
Oh yeah, I did that one.
That was wild.
Last week. Yeah, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that one. I'm gonna maybe try to do another one tonight, but yeah, it's super fun. I've been varnishing them now too with this super dope gloss. It just makes it all look like liquid again.
I love that.
Yeah, God damn, it's so great. But I got this. Liz got me this $15 dry rack that is probably, I think it's 30 inches by 15 inches. It's all the way to my ceiling, 20 different racks, and they're all at 45-degree angles, and that's exactly what you want for drying, all that kind of stuff. So I just shoved it on top of my file cabinet, and there's all my paintings right there. I got a place to store them, and I got a place to dry them. So
Done. It was something, I wasn't even looking for it. And it was
manifested
just
that stuff too, because I was
it-
where do you put all these paintings? Because they're
Yeah.
piling up in my
it was perfect,
studio.
honestly. And it was easy to get too because I walked up to the lady and I was like, "Hi, I was wondering if I could if I bought this today, can I put it on hold?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." Does it in it was like done in a matter of like seconds, and like I wasn't even like going there to look for it. I was
No.
going to look for
Just happened.
I love
other
it when that
things.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
So.
And it just perfectly and barely fit into our
I know,
car.
man. It's true. So yeah, we put it in
It
the
was
car.
like very perfect though.
And
Like it was just like too.
Right, and like we put it in the car,
Too
and
good.
I had like positioned everything correctly, you know, almost to the max. And we put it in the car and needed one more inch. So Liz goes up in the front and she pulls both seats forward.
We're sitting like
So,
this the whole way home.
I'm literally like this the whole ride home. And I'm like getting claustrophobic, so I like open the window. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
God. If we get in an accident right now, I'm dead. Like this airbag's just gonna hit me right in the chest,
It
and I'm
was
dead.
very risky. It was very
Yeah,
risky.
it was
I will
not
say. It was.
But we
But
got it here.
We got it here.
And my neighbor just happened to be outside when we got home, and I was like, "Hey, can you like help me bring this in?" And he was like, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll come over
Yeah, it
later."
was very
He
heavy.
comes over later, and we
I
go
was
in,
not-
no problem, and it fit perfectly on top of my file cabinet.
Yeah.
Like, perfectly.
Yeah, it was definitely meant to be. And like I said, it was only
meant to be.
$15. And then when we went there to pick it up, all the other ones were already gone.
Yeah.
So if I had not gone there at that time and didn't see it when I did, then you never would have had it.
Yours.
Right.
Yeah.
I love
Definitely
super
meant to be.
happy.
Super
Yeah.
excited.
That's how I always do stuff.
Synchronicity.
Whenever it's like yeah, it was meant to be mine.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was meant to be mine. That's true. You did technically manifest it. I mean, you told us that about this. Like, what is this again?
It's a little peyote button.
It's a peyote button. What is it for though?
It's a mood mat, but it's a dab mat for like to put your rig on and stuff, so you don't like get wax and stuff.
You can put your weed on it.
Yeah, you put your feet on it.
It's like a fancy like thing to like place all your things and like keep everything tidy, but also be aesthetically pleasing.
Exactly.
I love it.
It holds your glass and your weed, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
that's right.
It's amazing
It's very
technology, though,
pleasing.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
very.
it doesn't burn and
It's
whatnot.
art.
too, right?
It's like a special material.
Yeah.
Well, you have this like peyote button with like a tree coming out. Like just thinking about that concept in like reality of
Yeah.
like
That's a nice mixture.
it's a nice mixture
nature
of like
that you got
nature and consciousness, and I love it. Wow, how synchronistic. And we were just talking about synchronicity.
Wow. Okay,
I'm
we've
trying-
reached
yeah,
the
I
show
think-
where we are
I was
incredibly
gonna
high.
say, I think we're at a point where
And
I
everyone's
think
just
we're
staring like
very high.
I just
Yes.
So-
yeah, I love it.
I-
I just love the aspect that you can say, hey, let's get high on peyote. And you're
Right.
like, what? Like, dude, I didn't really sign up.
It's not really
serious,
peyote.
you know?
What
Because
is
we don't
Like,
have that.
you know,
Cut the feet.
It's
Cut the
like
feet.
that.
They think he's really got buttons. Holy shit! Like imagine
He's holding them out, guys. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Just this one mat, like
All right.
Well, wait.
Wow,
It's like got
420.
the camera set
Yeah,
up.
420. Well, I do have one question. So since you have the button of peyote, would you ever try peyote if you ever had the opportunity in the future?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
You?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I've had like a little sneak it at a peyote trip, I guess. It was kind of some low grade.
Okay.
But
Like a micro trip.
well, I don't really know. I was, you know, like I said, I smoked weed for 8 days. So
Gotcha.
I've been around some people
I've been around some.
that
alright.
dabble and stuff. You know, all
Gotcha.
good people though. All
Yeah.
nobody really like abuses anything. Everybody respects. You know, you respect everything that you try.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what we
That's
do.
why I
Sure.
love how you guys grow. It's very
Yeah.
respectful.
Yeah, you respect the plant and what it
Yeah.
wants. You know, you don't just give it what you think it needs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, nutrients don't feed plants technically. You know, light does.
Yeah.
You know, so something to always. It's kind of our motto.
Nice.
Give it light?
Yeah.
Interesting. I love that. What a good life motto to even have too. Give it light.
Well,
Love it.
do we have any last words we want to share with the viewers?
Where
I
can
think we're-
we find you? If anybody wants to follow you, or if anybody wants to, you know.
We got an Instagram page. Get a combination Instagram. At Better Butter Brothers.
Love it.
That's it.
Yes, that's what you. Hey, that's what you do. Do it.
Hashtag don't panic, it's organic. Shout it.
I love it. That's great.
Wow.
And you can also find us at higher-consciousness-talk.com. And there you can find all of our other social media links because, you know, the dots and the dashes and all the other things. And, you know,
It's
the
confusing.
internet just
It's
needs to make it all
ridiculous.
consistent.
Help
So
us
I don't have
make
to,
it
like, do all these
easier.
different rules because it's just weird and
Why do you have to just be
unnecessarily, like, the
different to
reason,
be
like,
different?
weed is not legal. Just saying.
Silly. Work together. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the very first Higher Consciousness 420 live special with special guest Devin and Tyler.
Yay!
Thanks for having
Thank
us, guys.
you.
Absolutely.
Yes, it
It's
was
been
fun.
great. It's been great. Now I have to do the awkward thing of getting up here and clicking the end button, but bye.